We live in a world that constantly demands more from us. More performance, more perfection, more answers. You scroll through your phone and see everyone else's life looking like it's moving forward, while yours feels stuck in confusion or pain. You work hard, chase dreams, build habits, and try to shape yourself into someone who looks strong on the outside. But late at night, when the world quiets down, there's still this whisper inside you. Is this it? Is this who I really am? Is this what life is supposed to feel like? And if you're honest, you're tired. Not just physically tired, but soul tired. Tired of trying to hold it all together. Tired of wearing a smile when your heart feels fractured. Tired of carrying your pain in one hand and your dreams in the other. Never quite sure what to do with either. But today, I want to speak to that tired heart. I want to talk about something that sounds simple, but is deeply sacred. Surrender. Not just the surrender of your pain, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the things that didn't work out, but something deeper. God is not just asking for your brokenness. He's inviting you to surrender what you still hold on to. The dreams that light up your mind at night. The goals you worked so hard to build. The habits you've formed over years. The identity you've clung to. He's saying, I want to walk with you not only in your wounds, but in your desires, in the structure of who you believe you are. I want all of you. That may sound scary. Surrender usually feels like losing something. But in the hands of God, surrender isn't about losing. It's about gaining back your truest self. He's not here to erase you. He's here to reveal the version of you that existed before fear, comparison, pressure, and pain tried to rewrite who you are. There is a version of you, the one God lovingly designed before the noise of the world began shaping you, that is waiting to be restored. He doesn't want your surrender so he can control you. He wants it so he can restore you. Some of the dreams in your heart, he placed them there. But others, you picked them up because you were scared of falling behind. Because someone told you what success should look like. Because comparison made you believe your life wasn't enough. So you've been chasing dreams not to honor God, but to prove something to people who don't even see your soul. You're exhausted because you're running towards a finish line that God never called you to reach. And now he's saying, let's sift through it together. Let me show you which dreams lead to life and which ones are quietly pulling you away from me. When you surrender your dreams, you're not abandoning them. You're returning them to their creator, the only one who can breathe real life into them. You're saying, God, if this dream is from you, I give it back to you. If it's not, I release it so you can plant something better. That is the kind of surrender that opens the door to peace. That's the kind of surrender that aligns your heart with his perfect purpose. And then there's your identity, who you think you are. So many of us have spent years becoming a version of ourselves based on survival. You became the strong one because no one else was. You became the achiever because you felt you had to earn your worth. You became the quiet one, or the loud one, or the funny one, because somewhere along the way, that was the only way you felt seen. But God sees beyond all of that. He sees your sensitivity, your humor, your strength, your curiosity, not as flaws to fix, but as pieces of a divine design. He celebrates who you are, and yet he also invites you to let him shape your character, not to change your personality, but to anchor it in eternity. Because when he shapes your character, you stop living by reaction, and you start living by reflection. You stop reacting to the world and start reflecting the love that is shaping you from the inside out. He doesn't want to take away your uniqueness. He wants to make you whole. This isn't about becoming less yourself. It's about becoming your truest self. The self that walks in peace, not performance. The self that is confident, not because of applause, but because you know who holds your heart. Even your habits, the routines you're proud of, and the ones you hide in shame. He wants those too. Not to shame you, but to walk with you in them. The truth is, your habits are forming the road you walk every single day. And some of those paths are leading you toward healing, while others are leading you into quiet self-destruction. But you're not alone in that. God is saying, let me walk with you through those choices. We can break what's harming you. We can strengthen what gives you life. And here's the most beautiful part. God is not waiting for you to fix yourself before you come to Him. He's not ashamed of your weakness. He doesn't wince when you fall short. In fact, your weakness is the very place where His power can shine the brightest. He's saying, stop trying to manage it all alone. Bring it to me. I'm not afraid of it. I want to meet you in it. There is a kind of freedom you haven't fully tasted yet. A freedom that doesn't come from success or perfection. A freedom that comes when you stop holding back even the good things and say, God, it's all yours. My dreams, my strengths, my weaknesses, my identity, my habits. Take it, shape it, use it, lead me. That's the moment everything changes. That's where peace begins. So maybe today is the day you stop trying to carry both control and uncertainty. Maybe today is the day you let go. Not because you failed, but because you finally believe that there's a God who cares more about your future than you do. A God who isn't here to punish you for your struggles, but to walk with you through them. A God who doesn't need your perfection, just your permission. If your heart is tired, if your soul is weary, if you're done pretending and performing, then this is your invitation. Let go. Let Him in. Surrender, not just the parts you're ashamed of, but the parts you've been too afraid to give up. Because when you do, you won't be losing yourself. You'll be finally finding the version of you that was born from love, shaped by grace, and anchored in eternal purpose. And that's only the beginning. Let's pause for a moment and be honest. Surrender sounds beautiful until we realize it requires our control. And most of us are addicted to control, not because we're arrogant, but because we're scared. Scared of things falling apart. Scared of pain repeating itself. Scared of losing time, relationships, opportunities. So we plan, we overthink, we try to orchestrate life like a puzzle we must solve. And when things still fall apart, when people walk away, when doors close, when plans fail, we either fall into despair or double down on effort, trying harder to keep things in our grip. But what if the falling apart isn't a punishment? What if it's grace in disguise? Some of the hardest seasons of your life, where it felt like the floor gave out beneath you, weren't signs that God abandoned you. They were invitations. Invitations to let go of what you thought you needed, so He could give you what you truly need. Sometimes God allows things to break, not to hurt you, but to remake you. And the only way we can be remade is if we stop clinging to the old and allow God to do something new. That brings us to the fourth truth. God allows deep pain in your life not because He is distant, but because He is doing a deeper work. You may not see it now. It may not make sense while you're in it. But that pain has purpose. Not pain as punishment, but pain as transformation. He is doing something in your soul that comfort alone could never achieve. He is shaping a resilience, a trust, a depth of character in you that cannot be bought or taught. It can only be formed through the furnace. Our emotions fluctuate like waves, but God's truth is the anchor that holds steady. And when we live led by feelings instead of faith, we end up chasing what soothes us instead of what strengthens us. Feelings can become idols, subtle masters that govern our decisions. But faith says, even when I feel weak, I trust His strength. Even when I feel lost, I believe He is guiding me. Even when I feel forgotten, I hold on to His promises. And that means you can stop striving. You can breathe again. You can rest in grace. You don't have to climb your way into God's love. It already surrounds you. You just need to stop running from it. His love is not a reward for your performance. It's a gift for your surrender. He's not waiting for you to clean yourself up. He's waiting for you to come home. So right now, wherever you are in your journey, whether you're barely holding on or just starting to believe again, know this: you are safe in His love. You are held even in your brokenness. You are not too far gone, not too messy, not too late. You are loved completely, unconditionally, eternally. And maybe today is the day you stop striving and start resting. The day you trade performance for peace. The day you stop trying to prove yourself and start walking as someone already accepted. That's the power of surrender. That's the gift of grace. So let it all go. The fear, the striving, the shame, the control. And fall, not into emptiness, but into the arms of a God who's been waiting for you the whole time.